welcome to the podcast for When the Curves Line Up for July 28, 2023. Please see the article that includes diagrams of today's events on the website. Text by Jeffrey L. Hunt. In Chicago, the sun rises at 5:41 a.m. Central Daylight Time, followed by sunset at 8:13 p.m. On the Sirius Watch, sky watchers at latitude 25 degrees north should be spotting Sirius low in the east-southeast at about 40 minutes before sunrise for the first time after its disappearance into bright sunlight during the spring. The first appearance is dependent on weather. Periods of morning clouds or rainy days can delay spotting the star. An exceptionally clear sky and sighting from an elevated structure or hillside can accelerate spot of Sirius. The website has an article about Sirius' first appearance and its possible relationship to the Egyptian calendar. This podcast distribution service also has a podcast about this topic as well. Here is today's planet forecast. In the morning sky, bright Jupiter is over halfway up in the east-southeast an hour before sunrise. It is above bright stars that are prominently placed in the south during February. This morning's sky has the appearance of a November evening. The Jovian giant seems to be leading the bright congregation of stars westward. The eastern sky has nearly half of the brightest dozen stars that are visible from the mid-northern latitudes, including Capella, Rigel, Betelgeuse, Aldebaran, and Pollux. Capella, meaning the little she-goat, is about 40 degrees up in the northeast, while Orion's Betelgeuse and Rigel are near the eastern horizon. Pollux and Castor are near the horizon in the east-northeast. Aldebaran, Taurus' brightest star, is nearly 30 degrees up in the east. The Pleiades star cluster is about 14 degrees above the bullseye and 18 degrees to the lower left of the Jovian giant. It is a delightful view through a binocular. Jupiter moves slowly eastward in front of Aries. The planet revolves around the sun nearly every 12 years, meaning it travels through 360 degrees along the ecliptic, the plane of the solar system, in that interval. It appears against the constellations behind the orbital path known as the zodiac. This morning's view provides a preview of the planet's place during the next few years. Jupiter passes Aldebaran on June 10, 2024, and Pollux on October 10, 2025. A bright daytime conjunction with Venus occurs May 23, 2024, followed by a conjunction before sunrise on August 12, 2025, in the middle of Gemini. Farther westward, Saturn, dimmer than Jupiter, but brighter than most stars in the sky this morning, is over 30 degrees above the south-southwest horizon. It is retrograding in front of Aquarius, 7.2 degrees to the upper right of Skate and 6.1 degrees to the lower right of Lambda Aquarii. Use a binocular to see the starfield with the planet. Saturn takes nearly 30 years to travel one circuit through the zodiacal stars. The planet actually is not moving westward in its orbit. This illusion occurs when Earth passes between the Sun and the more distant worlds. In the evening sky, brilliant Venus is plunging into bright sunlight. It passes between Earth and the Sun on August 13 and quickly moves into the morning sky. This evening the planet sets 36 minutes after the Sun. Find it earlier during bright twilight. By 20 minutes after nightfall, the planet is near the western horizon. Mercury, nearing its greatest separation from the Sun, known as its greatest elongation, is less than 4 degrees above the west-northwest horizon at 45 minutes after sundown. It is dimmer each evening. Mercury passes 0.2 degrees to the lower left of the star Regulus. This conjunction is challenging to see. Use a binocular and look along the horizon. At the same time, Mars, dimmer than Regulus, is over 10 degrees to the upper left of Mercury. Definitely not visible to the unassisted eye, use a binocular. It is nearing the end of its 2-year apparition. An hour after sundown, the bright evening gibbous moon, 82% illuminated, is about 20 degrees up in the south. The moon's light overwhelms the dimmer stars, so a binocular is needed to see the Scorpion starfield near the lunar orb. Antares, meaning the rival of Mars and represents the Scorpion's heart, is 4.8 degrees to the upper right of the moon. Look for Shola, meaning the cocked up part of the tail, and Lisith, meaning the sting, close together, less than 15 degrees to the lower left of the moon. They are sometimes known as the cat's eyes because of their proximity and similar brightness, although Shola is noticeably brighter than Lisith. Saturn crosses the horizon about 80 minutes after the sun sets. It is rising earlier each evening as Earth overtakes the planet and passes between the Sun and the Ringed Wonder in about a month. On August 27, the opposition date, the planet rises at sunset, appears in the south around midnight, and sets in the west at sunrise. Thank you for listening. Please read the articles at whenthecurveslineup.com.